busy afternoon. Started I think weekend. And then
it's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, your beauties. Yes, we are ready for Derby Day. There have been derbies aplenty on all sporting fronts, in fact, but this one might be the biggest South African derby. In football, it doesn't get any bigger, and it's going to come to a standstill. In fact, half the country is probably going to come to a standstill this weekend as Kaizer Chiefs and Orlando Pirates renew their iconic rivalry in the Soweto derby, and it's all going down tomorrow. Both sides are looking to bounce back after recent defeats, but both showing huge improvement this season. Plenty at stake as they look to obviously keep a pace in a very tightly contested and bottlenecking race at the top. We absolutely love that, and we are joined by a man who promises me he is going to try to be objective this morning. Now he knows what he's talking about, and let's be honest, when Sundowns is in that equation as well, we are good. But when the Soweto derby is good, South African football is good, right?
Yeah, definitely. And I think, like, over the last years, the gulf in quality between the teams has been massive. So getting back to it now is going to be exciting to see, a bit more of a challenge this season.
You're going to start with fiery words like that, man. I like that. Well, let's talk about Pirates at the moment. Yeah. They've been great. They've been kicking at the right moments. Maybe they've had some ugly wins as well, which is scary, I think, in a title race. Yeah. Out of Liverpool, where you're going to find a way regardless.
Yeah.
What would you give them the momentum going into the derby? Is that fair?
I don't know. I think like when it comes to a derby, it makes it a little bit more difficult because form goes out the window and it becomes all about like, the pressures of the moment, and it matters who shows up in the moment and, makes a difference. I know Pirates have been on form this season, so that's exciting.
There's a magical moment, so fans show up. Well, not that the fans will never show up for a fixture like that, but go and behave yourselves, get a little bit out of hand. If you win, then you're allowed, but just love the moment and appreciate these players because it's been a stellar season. But yeah, I look forward to having you back.
Yeah.
Hopefully maybe smiling on Monday.
Hopefully, we'll see how the results go.
Let us know on social media, where are your allegiances this weekend? It's Derby Day, the Soweto Derby going down tomorrow.
Well, I can tell you now, my allegiance lies with a great breakfast, especially on mornings that can go either one of two ways, rushed and reactive or calm and intentional. And sometimes the difference comes down to something as simple as how you start your breakfast. So I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly how I did. So I took a moment to slow things down and explore how Burger King's breakfast range and Cafe Royale coffee can really turn an extraordinary morning, or a normal morning, an ordinary morning, into something you actually look forward to that can become
spot. And there's something so satisfying about knowing exactly what you want. The menu item that's soared to the top of my list is the English muffin with brie as well as egg. It is so delicious. If you're in a rush and looking for something satiating and delicious, that's the one. But one that I'm really curious to try is the chakalaka brekkie bun. And then, of course, what is a breakfast without coffee? And the fact that they serve all options, cappuccino, flat white, cortado, really just sets Burger King apart. Whether you're sharing it with someone...
Also, because I know the mornings, I mean, the sun rises at what time?
Oh, it's really early. I just know we stop eating at 5.
So imagine waking up at 4 a.m. and you're smelling the goodness of all of this as you're preparing yourself for the day. That is stunning.
And so another cheat that you can do, you can buy the Woolies Lovely Mild Chakalaka, which is what this is.
Exactly.
This one's cooked from scratch. And that's it. So if you were making this at night, this is where you would stop.
Okay.
And remember I said you could put some sweet potato in there if you wanted to.
So these cute potatoes are already cooked.
They're cooked. You can air fry them, you can deep fry them, use leftover potato from the night before. You can also just leave it out, but of course you want something substantial.
Of course.
Okay. The other thing that I love doing is because I don't go near a restaurant without baked beans and chips. I love putting little chipolata sausages in here.
Yeah.
You can do that, or leftover boerewors, anything, any type of meat. And then you're just going to make these little, thank you.
I wonder if you could add mince in there as well.
You absolutely can.
You can?
Absolutely can.
We were cooking with mince yesterday and I'm like, I should do this. Yeah, some chicken.
And the other thing I love fish. So
delicious.
I would absolutely poach some haddock in there, and of course a little bit of salt. You could put cheese on it, bake it in the oven. So this is what you do in the morning. Just kind of heat it up. Add your
seasonings on
your
as
seasoning,
well.
your eggs.
You know what? Sardines are also having a big moment right now.
Absolutely love it. And of course, it's healthy.
Yes.
And it's a dry store ingredient, so why not?
There you go.
And then I'm going to do that.
Some dania, of course.
And then we're going to close the lid.
I love that.
I'm actually going to, at this point, already switch off my heat because the heat of this lovely
residual
dish
heat,
is going to cook that. And then we end up with that.
And look at that.
So you can serve that with lovely sourdough, but we've got lovely naan bread this morning.
And this is great because it's the heat and eat. So I was actually reading at the back. You can throw it either in the pan or you could throw it in the oven.
Or you can toast it.
You could
Easy.
toast
you can toast
it.
it. Throw it in your toaster.
How delicious. I did want to know from you, though, for people who may not be well-versed, why is it so important to have a well-balanced meal for sahur?
Number one, we're fasting for in excess of 14 hours.
Sure.
It's summer, okay? And why we eat a lot of protein in the morning, it's because it totally kills that sugar cravings or the cravings for like, I want a nibble, I want a snack.
On something.
So protein heavy and as many colors as possible means that you're getting all your vitamins, your minerals, etc. Yeah.
Because the reminder is that by the time the sun sets, and you know, that's like after 7, 8, closer to 8 o'clock, that is the next time you eat and drink water.
7:30 in the evening, absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
And to break your fast, would you also recommend something also well balanced, or are we just eating now?
No, we're not eating, we're hydrating.
We're hydrating. I like that.
Electrolytes, water,
Yes.
some nourishing dates, good quality dates.
jewel
and
dates,
then something soupy with the broth. Obviously something that has vegetables in it, and I kid you not, after that you are saturated.
done.
You're done. You really, as big as your eyes are, you really feel like I can't anymore.
You're not even touching the samosas and
You're
the
not even-
half moons.
No, I do
will.
touch
I
the
will. I was
samosa.
going to say, I will. I'll be there. I'll be there. And that is the final dish. I'll do a
Yes.
little bit of a dip. So, I mean, I know it's going to be
You
fantastic.
can see that I've garnished it with some Greek yogurt. You could leave that out, but I do think it cuts into the little spiciness a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, 10 out of 10. I told you this was my language. That is so fantastic. Thank you so much. Would you recommend for the weekend, a weekday?
Any day of
Any
the
day
week.
of the
I
week.
would even have that for dinner to break my fast. You could
I
do
would agree
as
with
well.
that. A nice little dal beforehand, and then we delve into this.
Yeah.
Sign me up. Say Les. Fariza, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I am so satiated, even with my
having me.
eyes. That looks fantastic. And please make sure that you include this in your recipe, whether you are, experiencing Ramadan or not. It's a recipe that you will enjoy. And you can shop all your ingredients, of course, at Woolworths, in-store online, and of course, on the Woolworths app.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
3 pains, 1 hero, tripod, triple relief. Park the pain your way. Grab yours today. Available in original and lemon flavors.
Mzansi, she's known around the world as of Africa, a performer, a trailblazer, and a voice that has carried South African music onto global stages for decades. And of course, beyond all the accolades and the iconic songs, there is another role that means just as much as that. And that is, of course, of a gogo. She's the one they turn to when there's a headache, a cold, a tough day, or a moment when comfort is needed. This morning, we're celebrating the power, the wisdom, and the love of grandmothers, and we are honored to be joined in studio by the woman who influence spans generations. Everybody, please put your hands together. It's Yvonne Chaka Chaka. Woo! Thank you so much for joining us here on the Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness. Now, I know that you're a gogo. So in your opinion, why do gogos know best?
Well, I used to ask my mother if she could not answer questions.
Yes.
And I'd say, maybe I could ask my grandma. But I think gogos are the most charming people. They spoil their grandchildren, but I think they are disciplinarians.
There we go.
Yeah.
So do you spoil your grandkids too?
Well, I do, but I'm a very strict gogo. I tell my kids there's time for tablets.
Okay.
There's time to look at the tablet, and there's time to take the tablet away
And
because
be
I see all these children, they are here. They are here. With my grandchildren, I tell them, we go and play outside.
I love that.
Because I find these children, they become couch potatoes.
They're
they just sit
dependent
there
on screen
and
time.
it's all that, and I really just don't like that.
How was it going from performer to now the new role, being a mom, being a grandmother? How did that change you?
I had my office at home because I traveled a lot, and I made a decision that I want to have an office just outside, you know, my home, so that when my children come back from school, they find me, because I wanted them to feel good as well.
And to have your presence there.
And to have the presence and just see how they develop. So it was a very conscious decision that I made, that in my 40 years in the music industry, I've never done tours, because I wanted to be with my family.
And that is one decision that you do not regret.
No,
until
definitely
today.
not. Definitely. I would do it all over again.
And now, speaking about your own very mother, I know you've spoken very highly about her. How has she inspired you into the mother and granny and gogo that you are today?
You know, my mother passed on when I was 41, and my children thought I was very old to cry. But my mother was an amazing woman. My mother would always say to me, marriage is not the ultimate. And I loved her for that. Only now, you know, that I can think of all those things. And my mother taught me to be dependent on myself and God, and not anybody else. And that money doesn't grow on trees.
And
Worked
isn't it
very hard for it as well?
Isn't it the best feeling when you can buy yourself flowers and you don't have to wait for someone to walk in with them?
Absolutely. She always said, I was never educated, but I want you to go and get education. So even when I started singing, my mother wanted all the 3 girls to be educated, because she said, if you have education, no one will ever take you for granted. You'll be able to do things for yourself. And I'm very happy that a woman who never went to school was able to push us to be what we wanted to be.
Now, I know with my grands, when they were still around, I would always run to them for anything and everything. How important is well-being and health in your household?
Well, I really think it is. You know, I'm 60 and I feel good.
Oh, look how good you look, Gogo.
But resting for me is the most important thing
the priority.
to me and my boys. I think it's the best remedy.
What is one piece of advice that you can still remember that someone gave to you in your younger years that you still carry with you today?
Born to respect, love. Adults respecting young people respecting adults. It's a two-way street.
Just community and togetherness.
Absolutely.
I'm just trying to take in this entire conversation, all your wisdom, all your advice. If you have words of wisdom that I can use today and take on with me for the rest of my life, what would that be?
Well, I can always say I can offer you advice, but I can never live your life for you. But I think for me, the only thing that I can say, it's just to be kind. Because sometimes you go past somebody and you say hello, and you don't even ask that person, how are you? These are the things that we don't care for anymore. And in Sizulu, when you say sawubona, you say, I see you. And whilst I see you, are you okay?
This was so special. What a privilege. Definitely the Princess of Africa. And you joined us right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm sure Maya, Junior, and Isabetta.
They're watching you.
And
They're saying,
all of them.
go, 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 go.
Yes, and Kanya, and all of them.
Blow them
go,
a kiss.
Go, go.
Blow them a kiss.
Gogo loves you.
Oh, I love it. Today's conversation reminds us that being a gogo is not just about family. It is about legacy, wisdom, care, and showing up for the people we love every single day. And it is those everyday moments, whether it is caring for family, sharing advice, or simply being the one everyone turns to, that makes gogo the real pillars of our homes. Because they are so often the ones who care for everyone else first and make sure the family is comforted, supported, and looked after when it matters the most. And again, if you got one thing out of this conversation, go out there, say hello, how are you?
3 pains, 1 hero, Tripod, triple relief. Park the pain your way. Grab yours today. Available in original and lemon flavors.
Well, TriPark is ready when everyday pain hits. Because when it comes to headaches, toothache, and even colds and flu, Gogo knows best. And it's the trusted pain powder that she keeps close because it's ready to work in 8 seconds so that you can keep it moving. Now, this month of love, we celebrate the love for your Gogo with TriPark. And we want you to stand the chance to win 1 of 10 1,500 Rand cash sends. Now, all you have to do, Mzansi, is head over to the TriPark Facebook page and follow the entry steps. Now, T's and C's apply. That's TriPark, the name Gogo knows and trusts.
3 pains, 1 hero. TriPark, triple relief. Park the pain your way. Grab yours today. Available in original and lemon flavors.
Now, we know you've been asking us for that coffee break. You can refill your cups in just a bit as we head into an ad break. And on the other side of that, we head into entertainment like you've never seen before. I'm talking about Mbali Rose, who's standing by with her latest single and also getting to know the woman behind the music. And then, of course, Zoe's in studio as well. And we're talking about the latest movie from Glenn Powell. Is it a hit or is it a miss? We'll find out straight after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, I told you just a quick break to fill your coffee cup, and I hope you are back because right now we're talking about Mbali Rose. Now, she is a singer-songwriter, and she's inviting listeners into a moment of calm and reflection. She's got a new single. It's called Thank You to the Moon. Now, it was written during a homesick moment in Nashville, and the song transforms a personal moment of wonder into a universal ode to both hope, healing, and also quiet strength. Now, before we get to know Mbali Rose, let's take a sneak peek at her talent.
We're running with the wolves. We're running with the wolves. Like left up lunatics. Like left up lunatics. I wanna say thank you to the moon. Thank you to the moon.
And thank you to Mbali Rose. Let's give her a feel-good welcome. Come on, everybody. That Friday energy, you're dressed in yellow and looking bright.
Oh,
how are you doing this morning, babe?
I'm doing well.
You good?
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, and we're so excited to get into your mind, especially when it comes to the single, Thank You to the Moon. Now, I know it was inspired by an evening that you had out in Nashville. First of all, why were you in Nashville? And why were you so homesick? What really inspired you to write this?
So I was in Nashville for a science job, actually.
Oh.
So I was there for a couple of months, and I was feeling so homesick this one night. I remember it so clearly. I just felt like everything was falling apart. I really missed South Africa. And then I saw this beautiful full moon outside, and everything just melted away, all the sadness, the pain. And I felt so much better. And I thought, I have to write a song to the moon, thanking it for helping me remember that life is beautiful.
Oh, I love that. And what is your writing process? I mean, were you there with a voice memo? Were you actually writing on pen to paper?
Yeah, so I love pen to paper.
Yeah.
So that's what happened then. And then I had to record it.
Yeah.
So I took my phone out and I just, so that I remember remembered
Of
it.
course, the melody and the
Of
vibe and that
course.
moment that you experience. And I know collaboration is a big deal when it comes to your music as well. And we look forward to seeing where this is going to take you. But we've had these people on our show before, so I'm going to give them a shout out. Pretty Loud co-writers, Amy Chisink was there assisting you, as well as, of course, John O'Graylink. And then our very own Kelsey Maggot, who's here in studio. She's going to give you a big wave. What's up, Kels? One of our social media managers as well. A photographer extraordinaire, creative all around. So how did you guys sort of work together to come to the final moment of the song?
So I had a draft of the song for about a year before I actually showed it to anyone.
Sure.
And that was the version that I was performing on stage. And then I thought, when I decided to record it, I needed some input. So I went to my fellow co-writers, and they really just helped transform it into the version that we know now.
Sure.
They turned an awesome song into an even better song.
So how different is it from the original?
So it's not that different. We just cut out like a couple
Tweaked
of
it.
verses, added some hooky bits. So the essence of the song is still there, which is what I really wanted. I wanted it to still be me, which is exactly what it is, with a little bit of spice.
Oh, come on. I love that. I also love the care at which Pretty Loud handled this, and we can't wait to hear it in a bit. But let's talk about generally your genres that you touch on when you do sing. I know you're a little bit fluid, but you play around with things like soul, R&B, Afro-Indie, and also some pop, which I think is really vital in where we're living right now, but in a really soft and intimate way. So how do you choose your sound? Are you still discovering your voice? What's that process like for you?
Yeah, I think there's lots to learn every single day. So I'm still discovering who I am. But I think what I've noticed is that there's strength in the gentleness. I'm a soft, gentle person in general. So I wanted to stay true to who I am. I have found that when I try to be something that I'm not, it doesn't translate well and it doesn't work. So I really try to just stay true to me, and I've learned that there's strength in my gentleness and softness.
That's your superpower, girl. You better stand in that 10 toes down. So what's next for Mbali Rose? Where are we headed?
I've got a lot of songs that are waiting for me to just step into studio and record. So that's going to be coming up later this year, and I'm so excited. Keep an eye out on my
100%.
socials.
So are we forming an EP, an album? What does this look like?
In the future, I think right now I want to focus on getting more singles
out.
And then definitely in the future. We'll get
Mbali Rose, you get us so excited. So we are hearing you perform today, and what have you prepared for us?
So you'll hear Thank You to the Moon, obviously, and then you'll hear my previous release, Gold Dust, as well.
Okay, well, look at that. She's a fairy, she's an angel, and we have her in our midst today, and we'll hold on as much as possible. Her name is Mbali Rose, never forget that, and we can't wait to get into the magic that you'll bring to studio today. And well done and congrats on your single that you've just released. Shout out to all the collaborators. We look forward to seeing more going forward.
We're running with the wolves, we're running with the wolves, like left up lunatics, like left up lunatics. I wanna say thank you to the moon, thank you to the moon.
It is almost the top of the hour. We'll be getting into those news headlines in just a moment. But of course, we want you to win, and we want you to win big. And at the moment, I think Powerball has been breaking a few records. This year, it has been off the charts. So hopefully you know the modes. Hopefully you are ready to win yourself 91 million rand in the Powerball. And I think by now you should know how you can take part. You can get over to our socials and see all of those modes. nationallottery.co.za is where you can find them online. They've got an amazing app. You can use your own cell phone banking app. Generally, there's a setup there, and just do it. 91 million rand. Even as I say it, I can't quite understand it. So we break it down. Powerball, 61 million, and then Powerball Plus for an estimated 30 million rand today. So what are you waiting for? Go get those tickets in store. You can find them nationallottery.co.za, of course, their mobile app or your own cell phone banking, as I said. And please, while you're checking out the amazing content on our social media platforms, we'll keep reminding you with all of those details. 91 million rand in Powerball and Powerball Plus estimated in our jackpots today. Let's get into the news.
Well, thank you so much for that, Grace. Just gone 2 minutes before we hit the top of the hour. And Mzansi, you know what that means. It is time to delve straight into your national news headlines. And we start off here where a Vietnamese man has, of course, appeared in the Belleville Magistrates Court in the Western Cape in connection with a major wildlife tracking probe. Now, 52-year-old Bao Trung was arrested at the airport while trying to board a flight to Singapore after his passport was flagged on a Kempton Park warrant. He's linked to a case involving rhino horns and predator bones, allegedly sourced from Hartbeesfontein in the northwest. Now, investigators believe some recovered horns form part of the 98 stolen during a reported staged robbery at Foy Farm last December. Now, the matter was postponed to the 2nd of March. In other news in the country, International Relations Minister Ronald Lamola has confirmed that 2 South Africans have died in Russia after being recruited through a separate scheme from the 17 contract soldiers previously identified. Government initially received distress calls from 17 men aged between 20 and 39 seeking help to return home. Now, 11 arrived back in South Africa on Wednesday, joining 4 others who had already returned. Now, 2 remain in Russia, including 1 in Moscow hospital, as well as those that are unable to travel. Now, authorities say that those that were still there have been released from their contracts and are still free to leave once medically cleared. In your international news making headlines, Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen has called early elections in Denmark, describing the coming years as decisive for national and European security. Now, the move follows tensions sparked by renewed interest from Donald Trump in Greenland, the semi-autonomous Danish territory. Now, Frederiksen told Parliament that Denmark must strengthen defense efforts as well as reinforce European unity. Greenland's strategic Arctic location has heightened its geopolitical significance. Now, voters will head to the polls on the 24th of March as security and foreign policy dominate the campaign landscape. Meanwhile, Zimbabwe has expanded exports of all raw materials and lithium concentrates with immediate effect, citing concerns over export malpractices and leakages. The ban applies to minerals already in transit and will remain until further notice as authorities review export procedures. Now, the move accelerates plans to boost local processing in Africa's top lithium producer, which exported over 1 million metric tons of spodumene concentrate last year. Companies, including Chinese mining firms, have invested heavily with new lithium sulfate plants aimed at expanding domestic beneficiation. And closing off on this note, at this year's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the nominations are lighting up the music fans everywhere, featuring the likes of Phil Collins, Oasis, Pink, Shakira, Jeff Buckley, Lauryn Hill, Mariah Carey, and the Wu-Tang Clan. Now, Pink becomes eligible 26 years after her debut, while Shakira could join the tiny circle of Latin American inductees. And that in and of itself is an historic moment. Now, Collins, aged 75, celebrated for In the Air Tonight and Against All Odds, has overcome health challenges and may even return to the studio. Oasis hopes their reunion sparks U.S. recognition, and Carey seeks 3rd time lucky glory. Now, British icons Billy Idol, Iron Maiden, Joy Division, New Order, and Sade add to the star-studded mix, with April set to reveal who will take the ultimate bow in Cleveland. Well, on that rock and roll note, we close up your 7 o'clock news. It's time now to get into your sports.
Rock and roll, well, that's kind of where the Proteas are at right now. Let's start with our World Cup action from yesterday. Proteas powering to a 9-wicket T20 World Cup Super 8 win over the West Indies in Ahmedabad, showing their form. Lungi Ngidi and Kagiso Rabada, destroyers in chief. They struck early to help restrict the West Indies to 176 for 8. Then Aidan Markram, his form is on fire, blasting an unbeaten 82 of 46 balls. And that is the Proteas chased down the target with 3.5 overs to spare. We are looking good, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Lots of golf action locally as well. Dean Burmeister fired a 5 under 65 to grab a share of that first-round lead at the South African Open, currently in Stellenbosch. Burmeister is tied with Spain's Alejandro Del Rey, England's Joe Dean, and then Finland's Oliver Lundell. After a pretty windy opening day with some large crowds, though, coming out to Stellenbosch Golf Club. I think we're going to get more wind today and even bigger crowds, but the golf really is top tier, so go and check it out. Now, we've got a lot of derby action this weekend in rugby. It couldn't get much bigger for Andre Esterhuizen. He captains the Sharks in tomorrow's URC derby against the Bulls at Loftus, with Ox and Chair also back in that starting lineup. But several big names remaining absent, including captain fantastic Sekalisi, Ibn Etzebeth, Apalela Fassi, all off the fold or out of the fold. And the Sharks obviously needing to bounce back from last week's defeat up against the Lions. They are being tested. Now we can get into our European football and some strange results last night. Nottingham Forest, they advanced to the last 16 with a 4-2 aggregate win over Fenerbahce despite losing 2-1. It's all on that first leg. And then Stuttgart, they progressed on aggregate despite a 1-0 defeat at the hands of Celtic. But Bologna, they edged out SK Braun 1-0 to complete their 2-0 aggregate success. So we did have at least one actual winner on the night. And if you missed any of that, we'll touch on those headlines again around the top of the hour. As always, I say around this time, the roads should also be waking up. Let's make sure we can get you to work safely.
Well, that's right, Gray. The roads have officially woken up across the country, but we'll touch down on two incidents happening out in Cape Town and Athlone. Starting here with congestion that's building up on the N2 inbound ramp to Jakes Carnival Drive. Now, daily road users are advised to stay cautious and to allow for extra travel. Now heading into Kales River next, out in Cape Town still on the R300 North ramp to Old Paarl. Heavy congestion has been reported. Now if heading that way, please allow for extra travel time and remember to of course remain alert as you head on out there. Well, Mzansi, we wish you all the best as the traffic on the roads do pick up. But now that what we can do for you is provide you with some assurance as to the weather for the rest of the week. Let's get into Polokwane first, where you start your day with partly cloudy skies. Our temperatures will range from a mild 18 degrees to a hot 30 degrees Celsius. Now, light northeasterly winds are expected throughout the day. And looking ahead going into the weekend, temperatures will be high peaking, at least on Sunday at 33 degrees. Out in Klerksdorp today, expect mostly sunny skies to start your day. Now temperatures range from 18 to 31 degrees as the day develops. Moderate winds can be coming through from the northwest. Now from Saturday going into next week, cloudy skies can be expected with chances of rain as we head into next week. Out in Pretoria, we're looking at a mix of sunshine and also cloud cover today. Temperatures ranging between 18 and 29. Now going into the weekend, cloud cover is forecast with increasing chances of rain. Johannesburg, let's see what's going down on your side. Today you'll experience some morning drizzle in your region. Temperatures begin at a low of 16 and then peaks at 26 degrees with moderate winds coming from the northwest. Looking at the rest of your week, showers are expected continuing into the weekend, so be sure to have an umbrella. Mbombela, you're up next, and you can start your day with mostly sunny skies. Temperatures ranging from a cooler 18 to a warmer 29 degrees. Now, winds will be coming through from the east, and for the rest of the week, you can expect good weather. On Monday, it does start with a wetter rain coming in. Out in Bloemfontein today, you'll experience partly cloudy skies accompanied by moderate northwesterly winds. Now temperatures, they'll range between 16 and 30 degrees and good weather all the way around. On Saturday, there's a 26% chance of rain, but the sun is definitely shining. Richards Bay, you're up next. You'll experience mostly sunny skies with light southeasterly winds today. Our temperatures climb from a warm 23 to 26 degrees. As for the rest of your week, there will be partly cloudy skies with chances of rain along the way. Well, let's head into Durban next, where today you'll experience mostly sunny skies. Your temperatures, well, they'll range between 22 and 26 degrees today, with gentle winds coming through from the south. For the rest of your week, you can expect those temperatures to be in the high 20s and peaking at 32 on Saturday. Out in Mthatha today, you start your day off with partly sunny skies with afternoon showers expected later. Temperatures ranging from a low of 16 to a pleasant 23 as your high, with moderate winds coming through from the east. Heading into Cradock next now, where sunny skies are expected for your side of town. Temperatures ranging between 14 and 29 with gentle westerly winds. Now you'll enjoy sunny spells for the remainder of the week with strong winds expected on Saturday. Out in Ebeka, today you'll experience afternoon showers with some moderate winds from the south. Temperatures will start on a cool 16 and reach a warmer 25. And temperatures for the rest of the week remain in the upper 20s with strong winds on Sunday. Out in the gorgeous George, you can expect some scattered showers today. Now temperatures begin in the lower 13 degrees and then rise to 23 with light southerly winds. As for the rest of your week, let's have a look there. It's looking absolutely fantastic. But then on Sunday, there's a 40% chance of rain, but that does clear its way for a great start to the week next week. Cape Town, let's head your way next, where you start with 16 degrees, partly cloudy skies, and then that peaks to 22. And then for the rest of your week, let's check in if we have a good weekend that lies ahead of us. Well, Saturday it does peak at 22 degrees with a 40% chance of rain. So please make sure that you have a jacket, an umbrella, and sunglasses nearby. Sutherland, you're up next, where you'll experience sunny skies in your side of town. Temperatures will start off with a crisp 9 and then peak at 26 degrees, but generally sunny skies all the way around. While it does remain 7-degree low as your low on Saturday, it reaches 23 as your high, so do brace yourselves for some good weather. Kimberley, you have an 18-degree low today to start your day and a 32-degree high with partly cloudy skies and moderate winds coming through from the northwest. Great weather for the weekend with some rain that can be expected, but sunny skies all the way around. And closing out in Uppington, where you'll experience some more sunny skies with a 20-degree start to your day, reaching 37 as your high. Now going into the weekend, temperatures are expected to remain high, with summer clearly all the way here in Uppington. And that is how we close up your weather news. But of course, as per schedule, Fancy Nancy came through out of Pennington, KZN. Once again, yesterday, Fancy Nancy, you set the bar very high, and today you exceeded all of that. And thank you so much for getting in touch with the most beautiful morning view. It is so serene, it is so artsy, the colors that are muted but also shining bright, 10 out of 10 all the way around. And thank you so much for making sure that we see exactly what your morning is looking like. 26 degrees is what you can expect in your side of town. As we get into the final one at 8 o'clock, let's see who it will be. We've seen Kayla, which is Gales River, out in Cape Town, and now we've also seen what KZN looks like out in Pennington. I wonder where we'll head to next. Well, for now on the show, we've got Graham dancing
I was like
and
swanning, I
Zoe
was
dancing.
waltzing. You always look cooler than me. Please dial it back a notch.
I'm sorry.
I'm cool. I'm hip.
What do you mean? I'm in a mood over here, so...
That makes you even
shame.
cooler, actually.
It
Zoe.
really does. And I don't
Thank
even
you.
notice because you're so hardcore. Because she plays rugby and she critiques our movies.
Come on.
Are you feeling quite critiquey this morning?
I am going to tell you how to make a killing. And no, that's not money. Don't come to me for money advice. But we're going to talk about Glenn Powell's latest movie, and that's going to be a good one.
Oh, I'm excited. We want to know, though, is it something that we've got to pay our moolah for and have our bums on seats? It looks fantastic. The trailer looks great.
It is a good movie, and I think let's save the mystery
Don't
for
manage
the
my
actual,
expectations over here. Oh, I know, I like the sound of this movie. Of course, Glenn Powell, as we said earlier, is kind of the it guy at the moment.
That's true.
Didn't have a great first outing in the last discussion we had. Will he redeem himself? Will How to Make a Killing at the box office? We don't often get to see it
We
and
don't.
say. And then I understand that when it comes to makeup, if you can create longer lasting makeup, albeit mine stays on for the 3 hours of the show and then it's gone.
And it looks so good.
No, I lie. I walk around for the rest of the day like this and people are always like, dude, it's a bit much for the day. But there is something new coming, and when Estee Lauder put their hand up, you know, right?
Absolutely. The Double Wear Foundation is a cult classic, and now they've got a new formulation that we can't wait to plug you
Giving
into.
hydration.
I'm telling you, if ever you wonder why our skin looks great, now you know.
I use it.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Now, if you like your thrillers with a dark sense of humor, and that does fit our mode very much, and you like a little kind of eat the rich chaos,
Yes.
maybe the world, I think, is liking that kind of energy, then this one is definitely for you.
Absolutely. It's all around how to make a killing, and it stars Glenn Powell as Beckett Redfellow, a man who's been shut down out of a billionaire family fortune and decides he's done playing nice.
And of course, it's a bit of a fun local flex. The film was shot, as you will see, in Cape Town using tons of our phenomenally talented South African cast, crew and locations. Remember, every movie that gets shot here, even if it's big American budgets, it's being made by South Africans. Let's take a look.
Okay, gun to your head. What would you even do with $1 billion?
Why do you have a gun on my head? Since the day I was born, my mother told me we were different. Yes, she had been disowned by her family, but someday I would become the sole heir. The real estate, planes, an island or two.
Beckett, no way. So are you living in the city now?
Yeah, I do. A little outside of it.
Whatever happened to the Redfellow family fortune?
I'll inherit it. Someday.
Well, call me when you've killed them all.
There were 7 of them. 7 rich pricks. Between myself and $28 billion. If I were to prune a few branches of the family tree.
Wait, who are you?
I'm Beckett.
2 calls, 2 emails.
Been occupied.
With what?
Occupations.
Been working your way up the financial ladder. Filthy business, though.
Hope this isn't a bad time. We had an agreement.
You don't get out of here until you come clean.
Have you heard about the Redfellows?
What about them?
I wonder who's next. If I were you, I might be nervous. Until then, I'm sure you'll make a killing.
Okay.
Oh, I'm down.
It's a vibe.
I'm here
I'm
for
loving
it.
it. It's slick, it's sexy.
Wow, the cast?
Funny moments. A guy gets taken out with an anchor and a bow and arrow. I saw a katana blade in there. I'm ready. I'm ready for this.
Are you excited?
Zoe Human, our amazing.
Hello.
Well, she does everything behind the scenes, but she is our movie critique today, and she is injured. So go lightly, okay? If you don't like her opinion, just keep it to yourself.
Just I'll kick you right out.
It looks great.
It looks good.
It does look great, and I mean, it's typical A24 films. You know, you have the materialist, everything, everywhere, all at once. A24 is known for creating some really amazing movies, and I think recently it's been a thing of a more quality or quantity over quality with them. So that's been a critique of some people. But in terms of what you see visually, it's always enjoyable.
Okay, so what is this movie about? Because is it ultimately eat the rich or be careful what you become in trying to eat the rich? Like, where does it
Is there a moral lesson?
Exactly what I want to know.
It's Glenn Powell's character, it's a bit like Katniss in the Hunger Games, where it's this narrator who, or in the books maybe more so than the movies, it's this narrator who's telling you their story, and you're like, hold up, you're a bit troubled, you're a bit problematic. I don't know if I completely agree. So it's your experience of this person and how you morally process it more than necessarily them telling you what to feel. So if you think, listen, I got an uncle I don't really like, maybe
I've got such a small family, and I used to think that was a problem. Now I'm thinking this is actually going to help me out in the long run. And thank you for also showing that you read. Only real movie critics read and watch the movie.
I do try.
Now we know you're bona fide. It's stacked.
Yeah.
Ed Harris. Once you've got him on, then you
Do you
think...
remember him from the Truman Show? I mean, amazing.
He is probably
His
top
presence is
10.
very intense.
Yeah.
No, there are some really talented people.
Topher
in
Grace,
this cast.
Demi Moore's daughter. What's her name?
Margaret Qualley.
Margaret Qualley.
Not Demi Moore's daughter. You're remembering her from the Substance.
She
What was
played
Andy
the part.
McDowell's
McDowell's daughter. Sorry, I got
daughter.
my lines crossed
They
there.
look very similar. I
Yeah.
understand. No, she's very talented. And if you have to compare her to her mother's career, Andy, she's coming leaps and bounds. Like, I'm so
Wow.
excited for what comes next for her. It's
Yeah,
really
and she's,
gonna be
because she's just
impressive.
gotten
And then who's this
going.
woman in the front here? She's also.
Oh
part
yes,
of
so
the-
she's you might know her from Love and Monsters, among other things. She's really talented. You don't see her much in the trailer, but she's Glenn Powell's actual love interest in this movie. While Margaret sort of represents this childhood desire. You know, that crush that you really wanted to impress, you wanted to show off to, and you just never could.
I shaved off
She
half
is
an
that.
eyebrow for one of those situations. I get it.
Half an eyebrow?
I know, which I should have just done the full eyebrow. Half an eyebrow was far worse.
What the heck?
But when you've got so many stars in the mix, I would say the studio is known for its script writing, and then that
Yeah.
translates beautifully into films. Every now and then, though, if you're producing products and you get a product that you know is going to sell really well, you don't pitch it as a premium double wear makeup. You pitch it as a quick on and off makeup that you can... Is it okay to have films like this? We pack it with stars, we make it an easygoing script. Or this studio, because of the expectation around what they've done in the past, Everything Everywhere All at Once is like a unicorn of a film.
It
You
is
know what
one-
I'm saying?
It is one of my favorite of all
So
time.
maybe it's okay for them to just take the edge off and stocking full?
Yeah, does everything have to be award-winning?
You're a film critic, say yes.
No, not everything has to be award-winning, but I think when you come to a film like this, it didn't perform at the box office. This is actually Glenn Powell's second box office film in a row. Running Man was first, where in the first week it's not breaking even, it's not doing what it needs to do. But we also live in a time where streaming platforms are going to come out. You know, you're going to find your income in those sort of avenues. So, it's all right. It's not a train smash, but it's not great.
And it feels like it'll land in an algorithm somewhere close to like Knives Out, and we quite
100%.
like these dark, so it could have 3 or 4 lives.
And Glenn Powell's leading lady, she's also in Knives Out, by the way.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Well, I'm waiting for it to hit streaming platforms. I'm going to be in my house with my blanket and pajamas, and then I'll enjoy it.
I mean, there's something nice about going to a movie and watching this one in particular, because I think it's nice to feed off other audiences, members, and say, oh, okay, they're reacting to this. You'd kill your uncle. You thought about this. You wanted the money.
Now it's a group project. That's crazy. Okay, I got to ask you though, it was filmed in Cape Town.
Yes.
Which is so exciting for us as South Africa, as the mother city. So were there any points where you could see it?
Are there Easter eggs in there where you're like, oh?
Yes, I think we just came out of the Save SA Film Jobs protest. So it is so great when we get to see a film and say, okay, cool, there is stuff happening. Because like in 2024, I think we made over $2.9 billion in our industry, you know? So these are things we want to see. You know, you look at the architecture in a film and you're like, that looks like the CBD. You know? But I think one of the main moments that I had the realization was when Gabriel, he's one of our most beloved Cape Town actors. I saw him in it and I was like, oh, babe, hi.
And I'm terrible like that because we know so many of them so well. Then suddenly the movie just becomes a different thing, and you're like, you're just so happy and proud, but you're watching for a completely different reason.
Andre Jacobs, he's also in this as well.
Oh, shout out.
So there's a couple of South African actors that made
I recently watched, I think it's called Safe House. That was also filmed in Cape Town. And
it's amazing
There
to
is
see
just that feeling where it's like, I'm so proud to
And
be
Glenn Powell's last film as well, Running Man, was also had some shots in Cape Town.
The thing is, the joy here is you look around our town and any corner could be a corner of a European city. It could be a desert in the Kalahari. It could be a
Only a
mountain
South
in the
African
Alps.
knows.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
When they get out of jail and you say, hold on a second, that's Athlone Stadium. What you doing there?
That's not Serbia. I know, I've been there, man. I'm parked in that parking lot. I'm loving the look of this film. It looks cheeky, it looks fun, but it looks beautifully polished as well. And
If
clearly...
you're looking at screen right now, guess whose son that is?
I wouldn't.
I'm trying to...
Like it. He looks like him.
He looks like him.
That's Rafferty Law.
Get out.
No, I don't know who that
Son
is.
to?
Jude
Law. Jude Law.
Wait, now that you say it, I
see it, right? You see
So
it.
first of all, Jude Law's running around with a whole grown-up
Raf, if you
son.
want to, for sure.
Oh, man.
Wow. Okay, so do you walk away from this movie rooting for this guy, or are you like, yes, get your money?
It depends on who you are. Before that movie, I went to go watch Hoppers as well. So I went back to back in movies. And Hoppers we'll talk about next week, but such a good, feel-good movie. It forces you to want to be a better person. This movie, you can go either way, you know?
I'm going to make a proclamation. I'm going to say whether you're rich or you're poor will dictate how you enjoy this film.
100%, because I think some people will tell you money doesn't buy happiness. And to a certain extent, we need money in order to
survive.
To facilitate happiness.
Exactly. So I think it's your experience with money that will inform this. But I think morally, if you have enough, I don't know, emotional intelligence, you'll watch this movie and think, he could have been happy when he stopped at this point. He didn't need to go all the way. No, you to a certain extent, money will buy you happiness. And then at a certain point, you need to be content with whatever you have.
Now you're a serial murderer. So.
Exactly.
It's only 7. It's only 7, man. Will he learn his lesson? We will find out. I'm going to go and see this one in the big screen. I love the popcorn. I love the look and feel. When they turn the lights down, I am there for that.
And we got to watch it with our Expresso show viewers as well.
Gavin,
we were there. We were ready to go.
The familiar. Well, if you were there, I'm pretty sure that you're very much involved in all of this, and shout out to you for coming through. But this is definitely for those that love a bit of a thrill. It is called Make a Killing, now in cinemas nationwide. Grab some popcorn and decide for yourself whether you're in it for the chaos, the comedy, or even the class warfare.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's true. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're getting into one of my favorite topics right now. It's all about beauty. Now, Estee Lauder is celebrating the new Double Wear Stay in Place foundation. Since its debut in 1997, Double Wear has really just set the standard for high-performance makeup. Now, this iconic favorite returns with a fresh update, a new formula designed for more. Now, it's more buildable, more skin balancing, and more long-wearing, which is exactly what we're here for, and available in more shades than ever before. Now, here to tell us a bit more about this iconic makeup product is education executive. We've got Dominique Mutsepe from Estee Lauder, and we can't wait to get into this. You're already shade matching, and honestly, Dominique, I can't even tell where the foundation is because that match goes crazy. So let's talk a little bit more about, look at that. about the double wear. We know it's been a standard since '97. It is a cult classic. You can't go wrong. Many people have tried it or at least want to try it. So what do you think has made this foundation so popular throughout the years?
You know, definitely looking at the way it's melting to our skin is a plus. And I mean, you know, when we look at the long wearing of it, you know, South African consumers love something that's long wearing. They love the matte finish in it and the options of colors, right? And as you wear, you know, depending on the climate, if you're exposed to heat or to sweat, you know, this really just stood the test of time. And Mrs. Lauder, it's actually in the name. It was so funny when she thought, okay, what is the longest wearing foundation out there? We need to double it. And that's how the name was born.
Double wear.
So yeah, double wear. So it's definitely made for more, and we're just so excited that we've had this new upgrade.
Yeah. Now listen, it's taken the beauty world by storm. Many of the girlies and guys have been so excited because it is a new formula, and as mentioned before, it definitely promises more in terms of buildability, which is what we want without looking cakey, more skin balancing, more long wearing, and more shades, which in South Africa, that's exactly what we're looking for. So can you kind of talk us through what has been upgraded?
Certainly. So when we looked at the formula, we actually try to keep what, you know, a lot of people loved about the formula, first and foremost. But, you know, as technology advances and as, you know, consumers' needs start to change, it's important that we thought, okay, you know what, let's try to stick to what we know, but build on that. So when we looked at the shades, right, we actually have 54 shades available, and 3 of which are actually new, so we expanded on the shades. And from the long wearing that I mentioned earlier, it was 24 hours, and now we've pushed it to 36.
Sure.
So if you ever find yourself having a 36-hour day,
girl, that happens.
I don't know,
it happens.
It really helps you to sort of have something that stays in place. And I mean, this was a matte finish, and we just try to, you know, add some skincare benefits to it and just kind of give it a full of life matte as opposed to a semi-matte that we had. So
and it looks like her skin but better. Do you know what I'm saying? Which is kind of what you want from foundation at the end of the day. You don't want it to look like you've piled on makeup. You want it to just kind of blend beautifully. So I guess application also plays its role in that too. But look at that flawless finish. My goodness. So why do you think it's so important in South Africa to have had the increase in ranges, or at least range when it comes to
It's so important because when we started out, I mean, we had like a limited, you know, shade extensions in terms of color. And we currently have 54 shades.
Wow.
As I mentioned, 3 of which are new.
Yes.
And this table here actually is the shade Amber Honey. So you saw earlier, you know, I did a bit of a swatch.
Just to check.
Try to see what are the 2 shades. And this absolutely melts into a skin. And the shade Amber Honey was actually inspired by the South African skin tone.
Wow.
So yeah, so we just wanted to build on that. And I mean, based on, you know, when you go into the store and you're trying something new, it's so important to sort of swatch to see what is your closest complexion. Put it on, and as you see, this looks like skin.
It's gorgeous. I did go into stores and I found my shade. It is henna, if I'm not mistaken. So I love my foundation. And give me more every single day, because like she said, it is double wear. Up to 36 hours is what we're talking about right now. But listen, there are some ladies out there, and even some guys, that have never experienced the magic of double wear. So what really makes this foundation stand out, Dominique, from other ones on the market?
So you mentioned it, more buildable, more long wearing. You know, we went from 24 hours to 36. And if you're a makeup artist, I think you're going to love this because you're able to sort of play with it a bit more. The previous formulation was semi-matte, so you don't really have time to sort of play around with it.
It dries down,
It dries down really quickly. So with this, definitely more lightweight, so it's easier to apply. You can play with it, and even if you're using it for the first time, right? You saw that I sort of did sort of the shake, dot, and blend.
Yes.
So depending if you want to use a brush, a sponge, or your fingers, I sort of like to play between the 3. You can sort of make it your own, right?
And
yeah, that's what we love about it.
And look at that. Latafa's makeup's done and she's looking gorgeous, ready for the day. Add some blush and concealer and we're good.
100%, right? And what I have to add to this, you can see it looks like her skin, and it's breathable. So when you look at a foundation, you know, in terms of putting it on, it kind of feels like there's something there, but this has got this poly mesh technology in it that just allows your skin to breathe and feel like its own. So, yeah.
No congested skin in 2026, right? Well, Dominique, I believe everything you say because look how flawless your skin is, girl. You both look absolutely beautiful. And we do want you to try this out, Mzansi. The new formula has taken the beauty world by absolute storm. And as we know, for decades, Double Wear has just defined the foundation category, setting the standard for high-performance makeup. And today it's been reimagined, but continues to redefine what high-performance foundation can be. Now, the new Double Wear stay in place formula is everything you love about the original, with even better makeup and skincare benefits. So it's truly made for more hydration, more buildability, and more shades. Like we said, the range has been increased. So shop the icon at Woolworths, available in-store, online, and on the app. I'd recommend going in store though, so you can chat to the woman and see exactly which one is yours. I had a peek earlier. Girl, my henna is right here. So you better make sure that you get yours and try it out for yourself, because it's chef's kiss. Come on.
I bet.
I have a feeling we're going to get a few chef's kisses in just a moment. We introduced you this morning to Mbali Rose, the incredible young human being stood beside me. She is soft, she is lovely, and you might say restrained, but I sense a deep well of strength within her, and that shines through in incredible music, new music as well. But right now, she has got a very special dedication for all of us. Take it away.
My name is Mbali Rose, and this is my song, Thank You to the Moon.
I looked out of my room and saw her shining so bright. The radiance in her face, I saw her and forgot that it was night. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Umegizo tulagwak. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I stopped wishing time away. I wanna say thank you to the moon. Thank you to the moon. Mystic and so wild. I wanna say thank you to the moon. Thank you to the moon. Here I'm in my house. I sipped on silver light, drank the potion that you cooked up last night. I sipped that thing right down. So until I Spanish sun, ungitele, go kanya guak. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Umegizo tulagwak. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I stopped wishing time away. I wanna say thank you to the moon. Thank you to the moon. Mystic and so wild. I wanna say thank you to the moon. Thank you to the moon. Here I'm in my house. We're running with the wolves. We're running with the wolves. Like loved up lunatics. Like loved up lunatics. We're running with the wolves. We're running with the wolves. Like loved up lunatics. Like loved up lunatics. I wanna say thank you to the moon. Thank you to the moon. Mystic and so wild. I wanna say thank you to the moon. Thank you to the moon. Here I'm in my house. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. We are going to inspire you right now. We mentioned a little bit earlier, and we have had a focus on small businesses doing big things. And next up, we're going to business a business that's putting South African honey on the map in a new way, or maybe by revisiting an old way. They've got a beautiful story. It's rich, and it's pretty much as layered as their gorgeous product itself.
Oh, it makes you want to say, honey, I'm home. Native Nosi is 100% black female owned, and it's indigenous honey and bee products company bought from a third-generation beekeeping legacy in Pretoria. Now, the founder, Mogadi Mabela, took a family tradition of honeycraft and turned it into an authentic brand rooted in quality, sustainability, and community. So let's delve right in.
I am from a third-generation beekeeping family, and that was an organic influence into how I started Native Nosi. I used to share honey with people because I realized that the honey that they were having from the commercial stores was not the honey that I grew up having. And as a result, I shared some of the honey with them, and before you knew it, everyone wanted some of the honey, and it just snowballed into a bigger demand, and I had to then start securing a supply so that I could be able to then share the Native Nosi honey with them. And that is how the demand grew. And I then started treating it as a business as opposed to just sharing some of the honey that my father made with them. What we appreciate about indigenous honey that African beekeepers make versus what we receive on the retail shelf is that the two are very different, because the honey that is made here is made, I could say, almost organically, from the sense that there are typically no additives. There's no need for African or South African beekeepers to add anything to the honey before they actually offer it to the market. Whereas when we import honey, it comes from countries that are outside of the continent, and at the point of entry into the country, the honey has to be irradiated. The intention of this is to protect the South African consumers from any inborn diseases that may be in the honey. But the side effect of that is that it kills all the nutrients and bacteria that make honey what it is. From the hive to the jar, so this is how the product would be when the consumer receives it. The journey is quite intricate. It is highly dependent on the season, it is highly dependent on the geographical location, and it is highly dependent on the crop that is available for the bees to consume in order to make the honey. We will then take our bees and move them around to farms or locations where our hives have access to food, and we will go and periodically check on those hives and make sure that they are doing well and they are making honey. And after a set period, depending on the nectar flow, which is how much food there is for the bees, we will be ready to harvest. We do then go take the honey and harvest it. And when we harvest it is when we are removing the honey from the wax cells, which is where the bees store them in the beehive. And then we separate that honey from the wax. And then from there on, we bottle it in a jar. We then place our branding on the jar, and then it is ready for the market.
Working for Mogadi is inspiring. It is motivating, because as a young Black South African woman at this day and age, I can see that I will be able to achieve the goals that I want to achieve if I put in the work like she did.
Being intentional about supporting Black businesses means that we are empowering rural communities, we're empowering townships, we're empowering peri-urban areas, and we are eventually empowering the nation, because we did not previously have everything to our disposal that we have today, and it takes one intentional buyer to grow a South African black establishment. In the next few years, I would like to see Native Nosi not only as a honey supplier, but as an industry leader, sharing our knowledge, sharing our expertise, sharing everything that we've learned with the industry to ensure that we leverage on our industry, the teachings that we've gathered to educate the normal human being who does not care about honey, who does not care about beekeeping, and who certainly does not know the impact of what the extinction of bees means for the ordinary human being.
So absolutely amazing. Thank you for letting us come into your amazing world. Hopefully that's inspired other small businesses to look back, see what is there to delve into. I love this generational wealth on a different scale.
And the fact that it is South African, female, black owned is just so beautiful. So shout out to you. We look forward to many other byproducts of all the honey that you will be bringing us.
Good morning, South African. Welcome to the kitchen. My name is Clem Pedro. It is Friday. That must mean it's Bake That Thing! And this Friday, we're coming through on the promise that we made last week. We got a phone call. Please help us make scones. I have brought the best, the dynamic duo from Crème and Croissant. Yes, there we go. Serena and Fabian in the kitchen this morning. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Every time I know that you come into the kitchen, I make sure that days before I eat so healthy. I literally just live on water and crackers because I know I'm about to indulge in the most amazing pastries. And today we're doing scones.
Yes, totally. Exactly.
Seems simple, but I'm pretty sure there's a couple of hacks and tricks.
Exactly.
So right here, let me just hand over.
Let's do it.
Where do we begin with scones?
Okay, cool. So we're going to start with the flour. First of all, we put the flour here. Here we got the sugar. We put all the dry ingredients all together.
Anything special about the flour? Anything special about the sugar? So or is it just that I love the simplicity of scones. So I want to know, like, are you also sticking to the basic recipe of ingredients?
A classic one, yeah.
It's a classic one, but you need the cake flour because if you take the bread flour, the consistency won't be the same. It will be the different texture. The cake flour, it's what makes the scones a scone.
While Fabian's busy cutting the butter, can we talk about that quickly?
Totally.
Yes.
Cake flour, bread flour,
yes.
All-purpose flour.
Yes.
What is the difference?
So in the bread flour, you have more content of protein. This is for bread because that's the food of the yeast, actually. So it needs a good content of protein to feed the yeast. And then the cake flour is the amount of gluten that you have inside.
Which we don't want that much gluten.
We don't want that much.
Okay.
But here, this is a very good question. There is gluten in the cake flour, but how Fabian is going to mix the dough is going to not over-mix it so it doesn't activate the gluten.
Love it. And that's the trick.
That's the
Not
trick.
overworking it. So,
Totally.
You're using cold butter?
Totally. I cut it in the small pieces, and after I will cream them. Creaming them? Yeah.
It's sablé. We say in French sablé. It's a technique where you take the sablé. Yes.
I love it. I mean, it could be a swear word for all I know, but you just said it in French and it sounds beautiful. Sablé. Okay, so what is the technique for sablé?
I will show you.
There we go.
If you want, you can come try. No?
Oh,
yeah,
come,
please.
Okay,
now, so objective, we're going to put the hand inside, and you have to make a sablage.
Regular wedding rings off, or else someone's going to get a magic wedding ring in their scone. So we're trying to make crumbs.
Totally.
Are we using the inside of our hands?
Yes.
And here also, you can help in between your fingers.
Oh, so we're breaking the butter in between the flour, but not mixing it together.
No,
Totally.
no. What you want is to still have pieces of butter, to have pockets of butter that when you are going to bake it, it will steam and lift up your scone.
Right, so it's the moisture in those little pockets of butter.
Yes.
As we know, moisture expands when it gets hot.
Exactly.
That's what gives that fluffy texture.
Exactly.
Sablé gives us our beautiful... Okay, swap back. So we're making sure that we... Okay, oh, lost my earpiece there, South Africa. We're going to have to do sign language from now on to the team behind the scenes. Okay, once we've got that butter not incorporated, sablé, like little nuggets in our flour,
Totally.
How do we know when to stop? Because I would do that all day.
It's a good question. In this moment, we don't see any more pieces of butter. The moment all the butter is mixed with the flour, you have to stop.
There we go.
Yeah.
I got you.
But if you have big chunks, then that means you are far from it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you
I'm still a bit far now.
You're still a bit far?
I'm still a bit far, yeah.
So if I can just grab a little bit, so we're looking for smaller texture with like little bits where the butter's a little smaller?
Yes.
Totally.
It looks like almond powder.
Okay.
You see the texture of the almond powder at the end? It's exactly that.
I've got a better one for South Africa, and I'm sorry if you don't live near the ocean, but like a wet beach sand that just holds together.
Yes, I see what you mean. Yes.
Gauteng, Google a picture. Google a picture of ocean sand. If it prospers like you'll find one. It's fine, okay. And then, so all we got is butter, and we've got flour, and you added a little bit of sugar. I saw that.
Totally. And baking powder, yeah.
And baking powder.
Exactly.
Do you use caster sugar, or do you use regular sugar?
Caster sugar. It's caster sugar, and one thing very important is the salt.
I was going to get to that. Is the butter salted?
No, it's not salted, but we added a bit of salt because you don't know, but in pastry, in every sweet things, you need a bit of salt to activate your taste buds to receive better all the flavors. So in any recipe, in baking, you always add a pinch of salt, and that will enhance the flavor.
There we go. And the rule, I was about to say the rules always just add more butter, but we're baking. We can't. There's an ingredient, and if you do want the ingredient to this recipe, do check out the QR code on screen. This is the recipe to the ultimate scones. Fabien, how are we doing?
It's perfect now.
Okay, it's
You can
perfect.
see.
There we go. Okay, so Gauteng, I lied. That's not real beach sand. It's a little looser than that, but now you see exactly what it needs to be.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
What is the next ingredient that we add?
It's the cream. Here
Totally,
we go.
yes. My hand's a bit dirty, but
It's okay.
let's go.
We are working.
Exactly. So now we're going to add the creams inside, and now the objective is we don't want to activate the gluten, so we're going to mix gently.
Oui.
And not too much.
Oui.
Oui, baguette.
Usually I say si, but today it's oui, because we're all French. By the way, South Africa, it's Clément today, okay? Clément's in the kitchen.
Clément.
This is looking so good. So we've been careful not to over-mix it. We just want to incorporate the moisture. When does the egg come in?
It's at the end.
Oh, I got a theory. Okay, so very important, when we get the dough to the final stage and when the moisture's in there, do you rest your dough?
Yes, very important. You need to rest your dough. Exactly. So we have already a dough that has rested because let's say we do the dough and after we bake them directly, the butter already had softened. And then the structure will collapse. So very important to chill it before you bake it.
There we go. South Africa, we are not going to cut the scones just yet. We want to wait for you. So we're going to do that in the next part where we cut our beautiful, beautiful, most amazing scones. I am tempted to dig in right now, but I'll wait. Don't go anywhere. Stay right here.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back, you beauties. I get super excited about this little moment. Why? Because I know someone is going to win and win big. And yes, I am still wearing my EFC bracelet from last night. Thanks for keep pointing it out. I pretty much came straight from there to here this morning. But it brings to bear the power of world sports betting, what they're able to achieve in that space with the tip of the spear with our best sportsmen, but also with you and I as well. And that's where the world sports betting spin to win wheel is awesome, and it's back in motion, and one of you, one lucky viewer, could be walking away with anything up to, where is it, 5,000 Rand. That's what we want. So of course we put it to you guys to tell us this: who was the Springbok captain when South Africa won the Rugby World Cup in 2019? Pretty much everyone was right, but we liked Leanne Swart. She replied with Sia Khaleesi. Hashtag World Sports Betting. And of course, that is on the money. And I think Leanne is on the line right now. Leanne, a very good morning. Are you there?
Good morning.
Wow, I like your energy, girl. I love that. Well, I was going to ask you how you're feeling, but it feels like you're feeling pretty good. Are you nervous? Are you excited?
I'm both. I'm a little bit nervous too, to be honest.
Good. Because it's money, yo. It's money at a time of the year where we could all do with 5,000 Rand. We've got a lot of different amounts here, all going up to 5,000. I'm going to hopefully manifest this for you. I have a lot of success spinning this wheel, but a lot of that stems from you. I'm going to ask you to give me the level of chutzpah, the level of gees that you want me to put into my spin. Do you want it slow and steady? Do you want it with a bit of force? How are you feeling about your spin power this morning?
With a little bit of force.
Okay, I like that. I'll muster what little bit of energy I have left. Now, all I need you to do, please, Leanne, is say 3, 2, 1 and spin. Count me down and give me the command. All right, 3, 2, 1, you can do it. Go for it, Leanne.
3, 2, 1, spin that wheel.
A bit of force. Oh, I gave it actually some proper gees there. That was in honor of Faiz Jacobs, the troublemaker who won his fight last night. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Slow, 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 slow. Oh, it's almost like I get to keep the money. Leanne, take a look at your TV screen if you can right now. You are the winner of 5,000 Rand! Oh, man. I don't know if... my nerves, girl, you must be spent. What are you going to spend this money on? 5,000 Rand, courtesy of World Sports Betting, coming to you. What are you going to spend it on?
Something very practical. My house needs a bit of maintenance. So.
Oh, I love that. Thank you for just bringing us all back down to earth. I love that for you. Please send our love to your family. Thank them for giving you to us for 5 minutes. I'm so glad we could return you with 5,000 Rand in the kitty. Once again, congratulations, Leanne. Oh, that is awesome. Go and have an amazing weekend. I was hoping she was going to say, I'm going to go out tonight on my own and just have an absolute rage. No, you do whatever you need to do. I love the fact that, yes, it's a small amount of money to some in the bigger scheme of things. Okay, 5,000 isn't small, but when you need it and it lands properly, that's when this whole situation comes to bear for me. I love it. Make sure that you put yourself in line to win again. There will be another, and you can catch the World Sports Betting Spin to Win wheel every Feel Good Friday. And you just need to head to our socials Monday to Thursday to see the question that you need to answer. Feel that pride in South African sport, and maybe, just maybe, you will be walking away with 5,000 Rand just like Leanne. Amazing. I'm going to show you what the slow and steady one looks like. Look at that. And that's how World Sports Betting sends 5,000 Rand to you. Beautiful.
Get ready to spin and win with World Sports Betting. Every Friday morning on Expresso, one lucky viewer will walk away with up to 5,000 Rand in cash. Once in, simply head to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook, Instagram or X pages and answer the weekly question and include hashtag World Sports Betting. Don't miss your chance to turn your Friday morning into a winning one. T's and C's apply and can be found at expressoshow.com. World Sports Betting, where every spin could be a win.
Well, congratulations once again to our winner for this morning. A great way to get into your national news headlines with just 2 minutes after 8 o'clock. And we get started with the Department of Forestry, Fisheries and the Environment that has warned residents not to eat lobsters or fish washed up along the Elands Bay on the west coast as red tide conditions trigger widespread marine deaths. Now, authorities say a contingency plan is underway, with live lobsters being moved to areas with stable oxygen levels while dead marine life is collected and disposed of. Environmental teams are monitoring oxygen levels and algae actively closely as part of efforts to limit further damage and protect coastal communities. In other news in the country, a Vietnamese national has appeared in the Belleville Magistrates Court in the Western Cape in connection with a major wildlife trafficking probe. Now, 52-year-old Bao Trung was arrested at the airport while trying to board a flight to Singapore after his passport was flagged on a Kempton Park warrant. Now, he is linked to a case involving rhino horns and predator bones allegedly sourced from Hartbeesfontein in Northwest. Investigators believe some recovered horns form part of the 98 stolen during a reported staged robbery at the Foy farm last December. Now, the matter was postponed to the 2nd of March. Taking a look further afield now at your international newsmaking headlines, where an inquest into the death of internationally recognized Nigerian author Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's 21-month-old son will begin on the 14th of April at the Yaba Magistrates Court in Lagos, Nigeria. Now, the boy died on the 7th of January at Urike Hospital after undergoing pre-flight tests ahead of a planned transfer to Johns Hopkins Hospital in the United States. The family alleges negligence, while the hospital denies wrongdoing. The court has instructed all parties to file witness statements and is expected to hear evidence from medical experts and hospital representatives. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen has called elections in Denmark, describing the coming years as decisive for national and European security. The move follows tensions sparked by renewed interest from Donald Trump in Greenland, the semi-autonomous Danish territory. Now, Frederiksen told Parliament that Denmark must strengthen defense efforts and reinforce European unity. Greenland's strategic Arctic location has heightened its geopolitical significance. Now, voters will head to the polls on the 24th of March as security and foreign policy dominate campaign landscapes. Closing off with this story, in a world of Emmas and Johns, Lawrence Watkins went gloriously rogue. Now, the New Zealander holds the Guinness World Record title for the longest personal name on the planet, clocking in at a staggering 2,253 words after adding more than 2,000 middle names. Now, speaking to Guinness World Records, he said he's always been fascinated by the quirky, unusual records, and he really wanted to be part of that scene too. So what began as a quirky quest in a city library became a courtroom saga, ending in a high court victory and even a law to stop copycats. Now, forms still can't fit his full name to this day, but Lawrence doesn't care. After all, he alone can boast a signature that's practically a novel. And on that note, we close up your news for this Friday morning. Let's get into that final bit of sports ahead of the weekend with Graham.
Thank you so much, my friend. Let's start with the good news. It doesn't get much better. In fact, the Proteas powered to a 9-wicket T20 World Cup Super 8 win, and emphatically so. That over the West Indies in Ahmedabad yesterday. Lungi Ngidi and Kagiso Rabada, the destroyers-in-chief, and they struck nice and early to help to restrict the West Indies to 176 for 8. Then Aidan Markram stepped up again, blasting an incredible 82 of 46, unbeaten in the end as well. The Proteas chasing down that target with just under 4 overs to spare. Form at the right time. Well, hoping for exactly the same algorithm, we return to golf locally, and it's all heating up in Stellenbosch. Dean Burmeister fired a 5-under 65 to grab a share of the first round lead at the South African Open in Stellenbosch. So Burmeister is tied with Spain's Alejandro Del Rey and England's Joe Dean and Finland's Oliver Lindell after a pretty windy opening day that would have challenged them, but large crowds turning out despite the weather. And I think it's going to be a similar day. Beautiful day, a little bit of wind to spice things up, but the golf is top tier. Get out there and support if you can. Well, Derby Day all around, both in football and rugby tomorrow. Let's start there. Andre Esterhuizen, he captains the Sharks in tomorrow's URC Derby up against the Bulls at Loftus, with Oxen Chair also back in the fold for that starting lineup. Several big names remaining absent, though, including Sia Khaleesi, Eben Etzebeth and Apalele Fassi, and that as the Sharks will need to bounce back from last week's defeat against the Lions, getting the tests thick and fast. Now we return finally to European football from last night. And Nottingham Forest, they advanced to the last 16 with a 4-2 aggregate win over Fenerbahce, despite losing 2-1. Oh, that first leg really does matter. And that was on a rather interesting night. While Stuttgart, they also progressed on aggregate despite losing 1-0. That was at the hands of Celtic. But Bologna, they edged out SK Brann 1-0 to complete a 2-0 aggregate success. And they progress. And that's where we leave our sport for this beautiful Friday morning. Good luck for the other derby tomorrow. The Soweto derby is going to be lit. I have a feeling it's going to be one for the ages. And well done to all of the fighters. In UFC 131, we'll bring you a full report and just take you inside the insanity next week. But to Faiz Troublemaker Jacobs, who retained his belt, and I think the fight of the night, well done, son. That's where we leave our sport for this morning.
Well, thanks so much, Gray, for those updates. Let's update you on the roads now. 2 incidences to report on, starting out in Cape Town, in Milnerton, on the N7 northbound at Bosmansdam. Now, there's growing congestion that has been reported, and drivers are advised to plan for alternate routes where possible. And of course, if you are headed that way, allow for extra travel time and practice some patience. Moving over to Gauteng now, out in Germiston. The left lane is currently blocked due to roadworks on the N3 northbound after Geldenhuys interchange. Now, if you're headed towards that route, please plan ahead and remember to always be alert as you head on the roads. That is where we leave your traffic for now. Let's check in with your weather for the last time. We get started in Polokwane, where you'll start your day with partly cloudy skies. Our temperatures will range between 18 and 30 degrees today, with light northwesterly or easterly winds expected throughout the day. Now, looking ahead going into the weekend, temperatures will be peaking high on Sunday at 33 degrees. In Klerksdorp, you have a low of 18 and a high of 31 with mostly sunny skies. Looking at the week ahead, some rain is expected. The chances increase as we develop, and it will be a warm but wet weekend. Out in Pretoria, you're looking at a mix of sunshine and cloud cover today, with an 18-degree start with a 29-degree high. Going into the weekend, cloud cover is forecast with increasing chances of rain. Well, let's see if Johannesburg will be a wet one. Well, you are starting your day with some morning drizzle on your side of town. Temperatures starting with 16 and peaking at 26 today, with moderate winds from the northwest. Looking at the rest of the week, showers are expected continuing into the weekend, so be sure to prepare accordingly. Out in Mbombela, you start your day with mostly sunny skies, with temperatures ranging between 18 and 29 degrees. Now, winds will be coming through from the east. As for the rest of your week, temperatures in the lower 30s with partly cloudy skies is what you can expect. Let's move into Bloemfontein next, where today you'll experience partly cloudy skies, and that will be accompanied by moderate northwesterly winds. Now, temperatures, they start off at 16 and peak at 30 degrees. You are in for sunny skies this weekend, but brace yourself for Sunday as it comes around. A 55% chance of rain also does. In Richards Bay, you'll experience mostly sunny skies with light southeasterly winds this time. Temperatures climb from a warm 23 to an even warmer 26 degrees. For the rest of your week, there will be partly cloudy skies with chances of rain. Out in the beautiful Durban, today you'll experience mostly sunny skies. Temperatures, they'll range between 22 and 26 with gentle winds from the south. Now, for the rest of your week, expect those temperatures to be in the high 20s, peaking at 32 degrees come Saturday. Tata, we head to you next, where today you start your day with partly sunny skies with afternoon showers expected later on. As for the rest of your week, today it's 16 to 23, but tomorrow it increases to a peak of 35 as your high. Out in Cradock, 14 degrees is how you start your day with a 29-degree high. And yes, it will be mostly sunny all the way around. And that sunshine will be dominating throughout the week. On Saturday, though, there will be some heavy winds coming through. Out in Ebekas, you start your day with afternoon showers and some moderate winds from the south. 16 is your low, 25 is your high today. Now, temperatures in the upper 20s are expected for the rest of your week. Strong winds, though, are coming through on Sunday. Heading into gorgeous George next, you can expect some scattered showers for today. Temperatures begin at 13 and max out at 23 with light southwesterly winds. Now, going into your weekend, you can expect some sun spells with temperatures in the lower 20s. In the beautiful Mother City, you start off your Friday with partly cloudy skies with moderate winds from the south. Temperatures, they start at 15 and reach 22 as your high. Now, going into the weekend, expect sunshine and warmth, but do keep those light jackets nearby because you never know what you're going to get. From Cape Town, let's head into Sutherland next, where you'll experience sunny skies on your side of town. Now, temperatures will range between a crisp 9 degrees and climb to a comfortable 26. As for the rest of your week, let's have a look at that. It's looking like great weather all the way around. The wind does pick up on Saturday, and there is a 25% chance of rain come Sunday. Out in Kimberley, you start off your Friday with partly cloudy skies. Now, temperatures will start off with a low of 16 and reach a high of 32 degrees. Moderate winds are expected from the northwest. Now, partly sunny skies dominate the rest of your week going into the week. Out in Uppington today, you'll experience sunny skies with light northwesterly winds. Your temperatures, well, they start at 20 and then increase to 37 today. And going into the weekend, temperatures are expected to remain high. Summer is clearly all the way around Uppington, and we know that you have to, of course, keep that watermelon, the refreshments, the iced lollies very close by to make sure that you stay refreshed throughout your time. But let's get into the sunrise view to close off our Friday. This one from Richards Bay was sent by Fatah Khan. And thank you so much, Fatah Khan, for sharing this gorgeous morning view with us. This, of course, is the harbor out in Richards Bay. And I'm hoping that you own one of those boats that are on the water right now and that you're going to make your way sailing all the way through on your 26-degree day out in Richards Bay. So thank you so much, Fatah Khan, for getting in touch. And over the weekend, I urge you, Expresso fam, on this number, 063-036-9649, to get in touch and let us know what it's looking like exactly on your side of town. For now, though, it is time to get into the rest of the show, and it definitely is all about money, 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 baby.
When bugs invade, use Raid. Raid kills bugs dead.
Mzansi, my friend, walala wasala, baby.
Okay.
Come on, play your Powerball and your Powerball Plus. Why? 91 million rand. Oh, you can just leave it there. That is massive, and your Friday is going to change the world. So step a little closer, step into the world of limitless possibilities. Well, there are limits, 91. So let's break it down. 61 million in our Powerball lane, and then Powerball Plus with 30 million rand today.
I mean, either way, you're going to be winning, aren't you? So what are you waiting for? Buy your tickets now in store. There's that website you can plug into. It's nationallottery.co.za. There's the mobile app or cell phone banking. Any which way, get your hands on some moolah. And we've posted all of those details on our Expresso social media pages. Go and check them out. And then Panda Pusha Play, as Grace said, Powerball and Powerball Plus for 91 million rand in total estimated jackpots today.
Come on. Now, there is an aura that can match that 91 million rands, and it's just, I felt it enter into our studio. It can only be one person. And in fact, if I was to hand over the awesome responsibility of carrying pride in the digital space, there is only one aura that can do it. It is Regina Black. And she is here looking spectacular.
Come on, baby.
Ready. Ready.
Cape Town Pride goes down tomorrow. We're hours away, and we're going to be celebrating from now all the way through into
Press
the
the
weekend. Along with you, Expresso fam. We'll slam that button, and we'll see you straight after this break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And I'm telling you, you're about to be plugged into all things feeling good. Cape Town Pride is knocking. 2026 is around the corner and it's breaking new ground by taking the celebration beyond the Pride and, of course, the parade route. Now, this year, audiences everywhere will experience Pride in real time through the eyes of drag queen, social commentator, and podcast host Regina Black, appointed as Pride's first ever official digital reporter. With her wit and, of course, unapologetic visibility, Regina's set to just throw around why and show exactly why Pride still matters and how access to the celebration is evolving for a new generation. For the young and old, we just here to celebrate all around. So welcome. Let's give Regina a feel-good welcome. Come on, everybody. You look gorgeous this morning.
You went so good in there. I think I went a little bit pink in the face right now.
A little bit blushy. I
Just a
see
little
it,
bit
Regina.
blushy.
I gotta ask you though, just for my personal gain, how does one come up with a drag queen name?
Girl, usually it's the name of your first dog and the last name is your street, something like that. I went a completely different route. Regina.
Yes.
I'm Regina. Please never call me Regina. But Regina is queen in Latin.
Wow.
So it comes somewhere from there. And Black because it's mysterious, baby. We have to be a little bit mysterious.
I like the mystery. Leave something for the imagination.
Yes.
I'm here for it. Well, let's talk about your involvement in Pride 2026. I saw you last year and that was an incredible moment. This year, you're going to be the official digital reporter. I mean, how did that come about? How do you feel? What does it entail?
First of all, happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
So exciting. Yes, so I teamed up with Mambo Online, who's the media partner for Cape Town Pride this year. And what we're doing is we're really meeting people where they scroll, right? Because I don't know about you, but I'm on my phone.
No, girl, I'm there with you.
All the time. And what I enjoy about this is we get to go to people. There's someone in Oudtshoorn who has never experienced community, but know that they are queer, and we are meeting them where they are scrolling and showing them you matter. It's the theme of this year is also Ubuntu for Pride. So isn't that just so fitting? Going digital and meeting people where they are at.
So when you say going digital, what does that mean? Are you on Facebook, Instagram? Is it a website?
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the social media platforms. We will be on all of Mambo Online social media platforms, but they'll also be collaborating. So definitely go onto my socials as well.
Of
And
course. That's
see me
beautiful.
there.
Regina, come on. We already are a fan, but why do you think it is so important, I mean, and excites you most in 2026? I think you've kind of touched on this. The fact that you are reaching people not only in South Africa, but possibly across the globe, that makes them feel included as well, right? That are part of the queer community. Because I think sometimes it can feel a bit lonely. It can feel a bit confusing. That journey for some may not even be written or unfolded yet.
I think the answer is actually very simple.
Yeah.
It's important. It's important to be able to see yourself through someone else's eyes.
100%.
And that really means that seeing there's a community of people out there that's just like you, that no matter what people say, you might be different, but there's nothing wrong with that. You are perfect just the way you are. And bringing that into 2026 with Pride, it's 30 years since the Constitution was enacted. It is 20 years since same-sex marriage was legalized, and then 25 years of Mambo Online. There's so many things that we are celebrating, and in 2026, doing all of these things and taking it digital means that people get to feel seen, and that's what it's really about.
Sure, we can't wait for that experience to all happen. So there's your podcast as well. Tell me more about it, Queer in Afrikaans. Please, can we delve into this?
It is queer stories said in Afrikaans. It's reclaiming the culture. Growing up, I always felt like an outsider. I felt like I didn't fit in. I felt like where I was didn't make sense. And maybe that's a little bit selfish to start the podcast from there.
No, because you're speaking to somebody else's story.
But I really wanted to make people feel seen.
Yes.
My entire drag career is based on love and kindness, because I think that's one of the most important things out there, right? It goes back to Ubuntu. It goes back to what Madiba taught us. It's all about love. And so going into Queer in Afrikaans, I got to speak speak to some of the most amazing Afrikaans queer celebrities who, for the first time, shared their stories.
Right.
People like Dolly Parton, Layla Arison, Maxine Wilde, I know she's a friend of the show,
Yeah, she's been
Armand Jubad, all of these wonderful people to share their stories. And what's special about that is people see themselves.
Absolutely reflected in that. And you always say, you can't be what you don't see.
Exactly.
And so to see that and witness it, you really are just doing the Lord's work there. I've got to ask you though, last year's Pride was just a jewel. It was a party. There were performances that we were in the front row singing at the top of our lungs. It was gorgeous. I had the honor of announcing, I think it was Linnell Kennard, and she came on stage, looked gorgeous and performed. But we're looking at the performances this year. Stella Rose will be part of it. Let's see who else we've got for 2026. Jimmy Nevers.
So good.
Always a hit with him, hey?
So good.
And Craig Lucas, who honestly is just incredible as a human.
Girl
Recently
crush.
celebrated exactly 4 years of sobriety. He's just doing the most.
That's amazing. Isn't that so inspiring?
So inspiring.
That's what Pride does.
Yeah.
It brings people together from diverse backgrounds,
Yeah.
and we feel like a family.
Oh
We
my
realize
gosh.
there's community in however we are different.
Yeah.
We are actually quite all alike.
Okay,
And we celebrate that.
I gotta ask you though, because this question's pending. You look fabulous today. Tomorrow, how should people come dressed to Pride?
As fabulous as possible.
Yeah.
Overdressed. Try and top me.
Yeah.
Actually, just try and top me. You're going to struggle, but try. Please do.
Because I have a feeling that you have been planning your outfit for a while. Because I mean, you're going to be, even making it yourself. I love it. I love it. You're going to have to catch the social media. Please remind us again, what do we plug into? Where do we see you doing your digital reporting?
It's mambaonline.com, so you'll check all of their platforms is mambaonline.com. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you can think of, mambaonline.com. And you can go follow me as well at The Crown Has Arrived. Isn't that fabulous?
The crown has arrived.
Yeah, I was in my ego stage when I came up with that handle.
I love it.
I was in my ego, but I love it.
Because in case you missed it, the crown has in fact arrived and will be there tomorrow. Cape Town Pride gets celebrated in Cape Town. And if you don't have your tickets, plug in right now to make sure that you also enjoy and feel the family of Pride.
Oh, and a massive shout out to the Mamba Online family. They are so supportive of the friends of theirs, and I am so appreciative of the help and support they've given me over the years. So I love you guys. Have an amazing weekend. Right now, I think we need some breakfast, please. And it can go one of two ways in the morning. Rushed and reactive. We've all been there. Maybe calm and intentional. We all dream of being there. But then sometimes the difference comes down to something as simple as how you start your breakfast. And we want to press that dopamine button right now. Carissa took a beautiful moment to just slow things down and explore how Burger King's breakfast range and Cafe Royale coffee can literally turn an ordinary morning into something you actually look forward to every day. Let's take a bite if we can.
Some mornings are rushed, some mornings are quiet, and some mornings are about taking a moment before the day truly begins. Now we are out at Burger King at Sakai Junction doing something that we don't always get to do, starting the day with intention, with breakfast done right. Ash, it is so lovely to meet you, and especially in a time where we get to celebrate that Burger King has a full breakfast menu. So when customers come in here, what can they expect?
We have premium breakfast muffins. We also have burgers, booty patties. We also have a chicken range as well in that same, and you can get fries with it, as well as a coffee. We are halal certified, and we cater for everyone's needs.
Well, that sounds so good. It's so hard to pick one. What is your favorite, Ash?
My favorite is chakalaka breakfast burger.
Sounds like a meal fit for a king. I think I'll go for the Boerie English muffin with a coffee. Well, this morning I'm off, which rarely happens, so I decided to have a little solo breakfast date, and I decided to come to Sakai Junction's Burger King. It's closest to me, and I really wanted to try the new breakfast options, which, let me tell you right now, worth your time, money, effort. It is so good. I try to have a good morning every single day, and I believe that that starts with intention. And that a 4 a.m. alarm goes off, it's very hard to think that there's time for me, that there's a moment for me. But in between my morning routine and rushing to work and making sure that I get my makeup, my hair done, and everything in between, I really try to have a moment to just say, today is going to be a good day. If there's one thing about breakfast, it does not need to be complicated. It just has to hit the spot. And there's something so satisfying about knowing exactly what you want. The menu item that's soared to the top of my list is the English muffin with brie as well as egg. It is so delicious. If you're in a rush and looking for something satiating and delicious, that's the one. But one that I'm really curious to try is the chakalaka brekkie bun. And then, of course, what is a breakfast without coffee? And the fact that they serve all options, cappuccino, flat white, cortado, really just sets Burger King apart. Whether you're sharing it with someone special or having a solo moment, Burger King's breakfast menu is the perfect way to start your day. So if you're expecting a busy morning, make sure you get yourself an English muffin and a coffee at your nearest Burger King and start it your way.
Ons billetjie. Where's Mufasa?
The all-new Burger King breakfast. Settle the hunger, then settle the score.
Cute, man.
This close to derby action, and we got derby games in rugby. They had to be quite selective about the teams that they put inside the restaurant. I love that. Oh, I'm so hungry right now. Come on. And if you haven't tried the unbelievable Burger King Cafe breakfast range, and it is a range, now is your chance. So we're going to give you a special opportunity. You stand the chance of winning one of 5 Burger King vouchers worth 200 Rand. And the rule is you have to spend it on yourself, because they will come for you, eh? Your colleagues will be there. No. Simply reply to the competition post on the Expresso social pages. Tell us this. Who would you share a Burger King breakfast with on a slow morning?
Okay, there you can put your colleague's name. You and me, Gray? Yeah, you can take the brie chakalaka, and I'll go for the chicken and cheese. Delicious. Don't forget to include the hashtag Burger King breakfast as the qualifier, and competition closes on Monday, the 2nd of March. T's and C's, of course, can be found on expressoshow.com.
All right. Tropica. Island of Treasure is coming back. So many questions. We might just give you a little Easter egg after this. Stick around.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Tropica Island of Treasure is back, baby. This season, it's already shaping up to be the biggest and the smoothest season yet.
Well done. Oh, you've got your O's in. Your smooth
Couple of
O's.
O's.
How smooth does that sound?
Oh, that sounds smooth.
It pops when the can opens. Pineapple. I love it. So I've even gotten umbrellas for us.
Okay, I'm going to go for the orange in that case.
Sure.
Let's go citrusy. Let's go tropical.
And the choice and the range is obviously spectacular.
Yeah.
Likewise, when we start thinking about who the celebrities who are heading to the island are. So yesterday, we gave you your very first celebrity teaser, and social media went crazy for it. But before we get into who that first celebrity, and we have got some major celebs now, who's going to be heading to the Tropica Island of Treasure is, let's see that teaser one more time to see if you picked up on anything.
Let's see. Let's give it a listen.
Bestie, I'm so excited to be part of Tropica Island of Treasure. You know, I know what to pack for the beach, but this feels different. Bikinis, check. Skincare, you know I wouldn't leave without it. But between friends, I feel like I'm forgetting something. I guess we'll see on the island.
I love it. Let's take a look at how you guys were feeling, if any of you have figured it out. Some great guesses coming through.
Well, let's have a look and see. The first one up is I Am Charmaine. It can only be one person, Amanda Dupont.
Oh, really? You seem so confident about that. Let's see. Karabo Moteka saying, when she said, you know, I would not leave without it, it's giving leave.
Amanda, take me with
But
you.
clearly someone's got their branding down.
Exactly.
Well done.
Let's see who else is here. Mrs. Sobs, Mama Lelive, Amanda as well. Everyone's so excited for her. I see why. I get it.
Well, because she's cool.
She's so cool.
Amazing. She's lovely. She is a phenomenal actress. Could it be her? I don't know. I don't know. No, those were some great guesses. And yes, your very first Tropical Island of Treasure celebrity is... Come on, fill in the blank.
It is.
Hard work is in my DNA. That means that I can play hard too. This is going to be an adventure of a lifetime. And I need someone who can match my energy. Let's win this thing.
The best time of your life. Could you imagine being paired with Amanda?
Oh my God. Being up against Amanda is even scarier.
Oh, man.
She
Hashtag
is-
Amanda must fall. Is
No,
it time
never.
to start?
Amanda must rise. Amanda Dupont is an incredible addition to this
she's
year's
brilliant.
Tropical Island of Treasure. As we know, she's one of South Africa's most loved actresses, known for her roles in Scheme Sam, Generations, Muvango, and of course she brings that serious star power to the island.
She is beautiful inside and out. We've obviously got to know her quite well on the show. Yeah, she is just premier. And I love the fact that she obviously is comfortable in the spotlight. In fact, she's embraced it and obviously taken her brand to another level. She's comfortable on red carpets, under the extreme scrutiny of being on massive film sets as well.
Right.
I think the BMT matters in this space.
Yeah.
Because remember, this is a TV show, yo.
Oh, man. And it's a reality show at that as well. And she's had her fair share of having her personal reality being put out there for the world to see. But even despite that, she is confident, she is determined, all the qualities that make her perfectly suited for the challenges that Tropical Island of Treasure will be bringing her. I personally am already Team Amanda. Already Team Amanda.
But you know me, I'm far too emotionally invested in everyone who's ever been on our show, so it's going to be a bit of a problem for me if there's multiple previous guests in the lineup. But I think we are going to have some fun. Her personality is amazing. We love talking about her because she's always doing amazing things. So I have a feeling she is going to be just a beautiful energy. That being said, there is a bit of fire there that I think has been untapped. Or maybe you'll see it every now and then in a role that she's playing. But she's always so nice and sweet here.
She really is.
Wait till the gloves and the towels and everything that comes off on the beach comes off. I have a feeling Amanda's got some fire.
I can see it, man. The abs are ready, the biceps
looks
are ready.
fit.
She looks fit and good, and she's doing it. Now, after revealing Amanda Dupont as our very first celebrity, the excitement is only getting bigger because yet another celebrity is getting ready to hit the island. I feel like I've already said too much.
I know, my little brain cannot handle this actually. Let's see, and we're going to need to watch closely here if you and we can figure out who it is. Let's go.
Friend, I packed for something very different. No gowns, no crowns. Okay, maybe one crown. You know, I've always walked the walk, but that was on stage, not sand. Whatever happens, it's going to be super.
It's going to be super.
Uh,
Oh, that's a clue.
I kind of think I know, but I almost don't even want to say it. I don't want
Right.
to influence what people are going to choose here because I kind of recognize the cadence of her voice,
Ooh.
if that sounds weird. And there were a couple of beautiful little gems
In
in
between
there
the
about being on
nuggets. I heard
stage as
it.
opposed to a beach. Let's see if anyone is feeling the vibe.
Okay.
Causa saying, Zozubini Tunzi, indeed.
Well.
Don't even look at my face right now. Don't even look at my face.
Well, let's see what else we got. Komotso Awekazi Mazelani. Now, she was the latest crowned, Masese, so maybe...
Sure. I mean, she's going to have a busy year, yo.
Ooh.
Look, those are both great guesses, and I think feeding off the clues that we have been given, very, very astute. But are we on the money? I don't know. We have been burnt in the past. If you think you know who this is, head straight over to @mytropica right now. Share your guesses using the all-important hashtag Tropica, and then stay tuned to Tropica's social pages. They have got a ton of, when I talk about those little Easter eggs, exclusive content that you're going to want. That official reveal of the celebrity happens today. at 5 p.m.
Today at 5? Okay, put that on your calendar right now. And remember that auditions officially open up on the 2nd of March. That's around the corner. So if you think that you have what it takes to join Amanda Dupont on Tropica Island of Treasure and the rest of the celebs that we'll mention soon, make sure you stay tuned to @mytropica to find out how you can audition.
Oh man, and of course a massive congratulations to Tropica Island of Treasure on the SAFTA nomination. Well done. Zanzan as well. Please vote for Zanele. She deserves it. She is the hardest working girl in the industry right now.
Sure.
And she's just so lovely, man.
She is the best. Girl, you better bring this one home, okay? You've got all of us backing you and rooting for you. And we want you, Mzansi, to stay smooth.
All right, cheers, babe.
Cheers.
Here's to a smooth season.
I like that.
Oh.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, welcome back and thank you for joining us this morning. It's a Friday indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Now, up next, we're stepping into a world where craftsmanship meets creativity. With native decor and design, a Black-owned bespoke furniture and interior design business rooted in Johannesburg, where every piece is thoughtfully custom-made and installed to fit a client's space with style.
Bespoke. When we say that, they will give you more than you thought you could imagine for yourself. And what started in 2015 as just a side hustle from founder Vusani Ravele's living room has now grown into a full-service design and fabrication studio. They blend minimalist design, that's kind of their vibe, with sustainable timber and functional innovation. I like the sound of that. Let's see it in action.
What inspired me to start Native Decor was that it was a bit of a passion project. At some point in 2015, I received a gift. It was a cordless drill, and I started drilling all sorts of things. Then I started buying more tools, coming up with ideas of furniture products and decor products to manufacture. And eventually that idea took off, and became somewhat of a side hustle. And that's when I got an investment deal, which meant that I could become full-time involved in this business. So here we are 10 years later. The gap that I saw in the furniture and interior fabrication market was that there were no unique sort of pieces being made. I had the power of design as well as a CNC machine, which basically underpinned my business, meaning that I could cut different shapes that people would struggle to cut and be able to bring my ideas to life more easily, with more accuracy, and that just meant that we were able to be unique in the industry. In a world of mass-produced furniture, I believe that bespoke made items definitely have a place because it's different. Everybody wants something different. I believe that, you know, for the client who's quite discerning and they really want something unique that maybe is not in South Africa, that's where bespoke comes in. It's all about craftsmanship, you know, it's about getting people to work with their hands, you know, to really use their creativity, use their problem-solving skills and come up with something brand new. Building locally as a black-owned manufacturer, it is quite challenging. There are inherent challenges to being a black-owned business in terms of access to financing and also skills. So trying to upskill our current staff where, you know, we've started implementing things such as every single person actually trains on something now at the start of every day so that they themselves go and learn about it somewhere, come back to work and teach others. And then also just sharing the current skills that they have.
I'm working on a Shelly bedside table right now. It's a first cone gray, the color. So right now I was putting the legs and then the runners, then I'm going to install the drawers afterwards. When we are done with this bedside table, it's going to go on packaging site and then they're going to package it. Sometimes we do shipment via courier and sometimes we do deliver them ourselves. Skills that are most important when building a custom furniture like this one is problem solving and knowing what your customer is looking for.
Ngizizwa ngijabulile ukusebenza ngaphansi kwe-Native Deco ngaphansi ka-Mr. Vusi. La kufana nokuthi kusesikolweni because siyafunda and the same time siyasebenza. So kunento eziningi nje ezisenza ukuthi sibe ne-skills. Kuyangijabulisa kakhulu lokho.
Where would I like Native Deco to be in the next few years? Very good question. I think I would like it to be still a very bespoke manufacturer and maker of things. You recently got into kitchens as well as, you know, your cabinetry and all sorts of big furniture items that are bespoke as well. So I think that's the direction that we're heading in, and just be a business that creates a lot of beautiful things. Being able to do what we say we can do effectively, on time, and with the right quality. I'd really like to encourage more people to get into business, whether it's through a side hustle or full-time business. Just try it and see what happens, because there's so much opportunity in South Africa. Let's make our own country with what we've got.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, first of all. Congratulations. I'm glad you've got your moment in the sun, but I have a feeling it doesn't matter. You are on your way. So support local small business where you can, because that's the potential that you are unlocking. Absolutely beautiful. Now, we've got some gorgeous accents in the house today. Clem, your accent is beautiful. I want to hear you say scone. Is it a scone? Is it a scone? Please, can we put this to bed?
Bonjour, mon ami. I don't know what you are saying. I don't know. I don't understand your accent. Scone, scone. I don't know what. How is there like a French word for scone, or is it scone, scone?
It's scone, scone.
Sorry, Graham. You were hoping for something exotic. It's a scone. It's a scone, but the best scones.
Yes. Yes.
So we left off earlier. We were about to cut our scones.
Yes.
So we're going to do that right now. And then Fabian, you making something so decadent.
Exactly. So I'm going to make it now some reboss scone with white chocolate.
Rooibos?
Reboss scone.
I love it. I like that the fact we're taking something so South African and you're giving it such a beautiful filet rooibos and white chocolate scone. So let's go back to our scones that we made earlier. Cutting out your scones, do you have any special technique?
So the technique is to obviously to have a dough that is chilled, because if it's soft, you will demold it? No. And shape it. It loses the shape, exactly. Well, I can only do two.
Can we talk about that quickly? Because I like, or is it right that I always take the dough, fold it back in on itself, roll it out fold it over, put it back in the fridge,
Yes.
and then cut out again.
Exactly. Look, I can do it now. So I'm not going to remix it completely. Otherwise, it's where you reactivate the gluten.
Because we don't want to overwork the dough.
Exactly. So I really need to be like almost like a Lego, where I put things back together without over mixing it. Here we go. And then up, I can cut another one. But you don't do a ball. You know?
Right.
That's the biggest mistake I've seen with a lot of dough, even puff pastry. You destroy the layers.
By working with it too much and shaping it too much.
Exactly.
I understand.
And actually, Fabien worked in London, and this recipe is from a palace in London, so it's a proper English scone. Yes, the best one that you can.
So the Queen certified.
Yes, the Queen
So
certified.
you're not going to get a better scone anywhere. So, and I mean, just to have a look at these beautiful scones. Oh, I'm bringing it forward. I mean, not to be insulting, but it's almost like if you had to say, AI, give me the perfect scone. Boom.
Yes.
It looks so amazing. And the sheen that's over the top, that's from the egg wash,
Exactly.
right?
And I forgot. Thank you so much, Clément.
Perfect.
Here we go.
Okay, so we're going to do that egg wash.
So it's a perfect example. When you forget, you don't wait too much. You take your egg wash. The egg wash, it's only here to give some shyness and some color. If you put too much, it will look burnt and not cook inside.
Understood.
So it's very important to not put too much. I just...
It's an egg wash, not an egg bath.
Exactly.
There we
exactly.
go.
That's a good one. I will keep this one for my students. Exactly.
And that's what gives us that beautiful shine on the top.
Exactly.
And if I can, because of how we worked with the dough, we were so careful, we can see those beautiful layers in between the scone and the separation, and you can almost just like, oh, it's so short and beautiful. Oh my word. Oh, okay, I'm going to go for a bite. I'm going in for a bite. How much butter did we put in here?
A lot.
A lot, yeah.
We
A lot
never
of butter.
have enough of butter. That's butter is life.
This butter is life. Okay, so while I'm busy chewing, oh my word, that is so good. Okay, while I'm busy chewing, Fabien, where are we at? What have we done with our
So
dough?
now we are done with the dough. We just put the white chocolate inside, and now we are ready to rolling between two paper.
Okay. Oh.
There we go.
I heard nothing. I was chewing. I was in heaven. Okay. So
And he infused also the rooibos into. He did an infusion before with the rooibos. That's why you have a different color of the dough.
So you made a rooibos tea.
Yeah.
Quite a strong one.
With
yes.
the milk, yes.
With milk?
Yes.
Right, so that was the liquid that we used instead of earlier we used cream.
Yes.
So this time we used rooibos infused milk and slabs of chocolate. Now, like that, if I can just show the size of the chocolate.
A big piece, yes.
You are very good at that. Creme and croissant is very good. If you say white chocolate or if you say pistachio, you see it. You never have to look for it. When other people say white chocolate chip, you're like, where is the chocolate? This is the size of the chocolate you're looking for.
A proper size, yeah.
Proper size.
And this one goes out to Zoe Brown, who loves eating cookie dough, who's all the way in Australia. This one's for you, eating the batter. While we eat the batter, we've got a voice note. Let's have a listen to our voice note. I think someone's got a question about scones.
Let's go.
Good morning, Expresso. This is B from Durban. What I would like to find out is how do I make my scones soft on the inside, yet a bit crunchy on the outside? Thank you as I wait for your response.
It's a good question.
It's a very good question. So
I wouldn't know how to answer. So passing over to you.
Okay, so to have a crunchy and a soft scones, it's very simple. It's the temperature. If your dough is cold, the butter will take more time to melt in the oven. If you start with a dough that is already soft, the butter will melt completely and then everything will feel very dry. Also, the temperature, it's important, it's 170 and not too long. I think it's 16 minutes.
Yeah.
Is that?
Oh, wow, that's
16
specific,
minutes.
okay.
Yes, yeah. True.
At 170?
Yes, at 170. But really, the temperature of the dough, when you put it in the oven, that will make the difference.
So we're looking for that dough to be nice and dough to be nice and cold first. That's going to give us that reaction, that poof, that rise, the fluffiness.
Yes.
And then again, we spoke about how we get that beautiful sheen on the outside.
Yes.
You even got the degrees and the time. Thank you so much for your voice note. Really, I love it. We love your voice note. Scones, Done an absolutely amazing job. We're going to bake these off and do a little tester in the end. Do not go anywhere. We'll be back with more Bake That Thing!
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, Mzansi. I hope you're ready. Walala wasala, baby. Come on, please. Play your Powerball and Powerball Plus. Why am I acting like a giant kid about this? 91 million rand is sitting waiting. It has been massive this year, and this is just following suit. So step a little closer to the world of endless possibilities. If you play your Powerball, there is an estimated 61 million rand. I wonder if they weigh it and they go, oh, I reckon it's about 61 million. Then there's also a 30 million in our Powerball Plus.
I mean, it's a lot of money, and yes, it does weigh a lot. So what are you waiting for? Please go ahead, buy those tickets now in-store, nationallottery.co.za. You can use the mobile app or even your cell phone banking.
And while you're checking out all the amazing content from today, go and check out the Expresso socials, and we'll put all of those details there that you can just with ease play your Powerball for 91 million rand today.
That sounds like a good deal to me, and an even better one when we have Mbali Rose who joins us in studio. You heard the first single a little bit earlier. Now we get into the second one called Gold Dust.
It's Mbali Rose, and this is my song, Gold Dust.
I've searched in different places, both near and afar. I've looked in people's faces, and deep within my heart, I found gold dust within me. As I search in all these spaces,
Another feel-good production.